comfortable and ready to hear the next part of our story? I'm sure you remember that Nate wanted to be a pilot. He also knew that God wanted him to be a missionary. But that wasn't a problem because God had a plan for him to do both. He became a jungle pilot, taking supplies to other missionaries in the jungle. He was happy to be able to help the other missionaries, but he was still thinking about the Waodani. He cared about them and he wanted to help them. He decided to tell his sister Rachel about them when she came to visit him and his family. She was a missionary too and had practiced learning new languages and writing them down so that the Bible could be printed in these languages. There are people called the Waodani deep in the jungle. No one has ever told them about Jesus, Nate told her. Why hasn't a missionary gone to them? Rachel asked. Nate told her what he had heard about the Waodani. Well, they try to kill anyone who goes into their part of the jungle. They even throw spears at airplanes that fly over them. When she heard about the Waodani, Rachel knew God wanted her to learn their language so she could teach them about God and copy the Bible in their language for them to read. Nate and his sister both wanted to tell the Waodani about Jesus. But first, someone needed to learn how to talk to them. They knew that if they tried to go meet the Waodani to learn their language, they would be killed. They needed one of them to come out of the jungle and teach them how to speak their language. But where would they find someone like that? You know it. God had a plan. Dayuma was a Waodani girl who had come out of the jungle. Do you think she could help them? It had been about 8 years since Dayuma had run away. She worked as a servant for a rich man with huge farms in the jungle. She worked hard in the fields all day long, planting crops, gathering firewood, and picking bananas. She was glad to be safe from attacks by the Waodani, but she never forgot her life in the jungle. She never forgot the other Waodani who had attacked her family. I hate them. They hurt my family and I want to hurt them back, she thought. She was safe from those attacks, but on the inside she still felt angry, hopeless, and afraid. She had learned many things after running away, but she still didn't know about God's son Jesus, who could set her free from sin and fear. She still had many questions about God. She needed to know the good news about Jesus. Well, that's what all the Waodani needed. Nate's sister Rachel wanted to tell Dayuma and the other Waodani about Jesus and went to meet her. Maybe Dayuma could help the missionaries tell the Waodani about Jesus by teaching them the Waodani language. But would Dayuma want to help the missionaries? Even if she did, would Nate's sister be able to learn the language from her? They didn't speak the same language, so they wouldn't even be able to understand each other. You have to come back next time to hear what happened.